Welcome to Tarot After Dark. Oh, pay no attention to the lump behind me here. I can't point. Doink, doink, doink. That's Tarot Pup, all cuddled in. So, welcome to Tarot After Dark. If you're learning tarot, this is a great place to be because you get to practice. Doesn't cost you anything. Maybe a thumbs up would be nice, and to subscribe would be amazing. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, thank you, Tarot Jones. Even if you can't comment or anything, that's totally okay. Coley's in the house. Dark. Love it. Debs, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Big shout out to Coley. She's in my membership. Good to have you. I don't know if you saw that community post, Coley, about I already forget what your Chinese zodiac sign is. So hopefully you can find it in the community post and comment under there, because I'm going to do a video, record a reading for you for your Chinese zodiac, because you're in my membership. So anyone can join the membership, by the way. Yeah. Fire rabbit. Right. But remind me, I have a mind like a sieve. For beauty paint. Love it. Good to see you here. Hello. So something that I get a lot, which I'm so happy that people come here to learn tarot, but at the end of the day, I sneak some personal growth stuff in there. It's just what I do. I'm sneaky that way. Because when we are aligned with ourselves and we trust our own intuition and we feel good about how we do things, learning tarot is a piece of cake. A piece of cake. Am I sick? Do I look sick? I hope not. This is just how I look. Maybe a little more pale than usual. No, I'm not sick. I'm not sick in that way. Let me tell you. So anyways, back to learning tarot. Thanks for being here. Did you bring your cards? I'm falling back. Oh, Justin, thank you. Good to see you here. So good to have you here. Oh, a little sniffle. Oh, me? Oh, yeah, no, it is what it is. I wake up in the morning and I always have to sniffle. Well, not that it's morning right now. I look at myself now and I do look a little pale, but it's been really friggin' cold out. So tonight, I have Work Your Light Oracle and the Light Seer Tarot. I wanted to tune into, ouch, don't put the candle too close to things, Lorraine. I wanted to tune into an energy that I'm used to, because sometimes your energy is just a little low. So yeah, no, I'm not sick, but there's just been some stuff going on in personal life, like nothing like major, but as an introvert, it takes a lot of managing my own energy to be present when I need to be present, such as now. Allergies, allergic to work, probably. Miss you looking. Oh, nice. I look forward to talking to you too. All of you. It's great. A little note about what I was talking about learning. Someone put a little comment on one of my teaching videos, and I thought it was really great. But they said, "Oh, I love the way you teach," and blah blah blah. But I think it's really important to maybe not revere how someone does something and just practice and learn on your own. And the key to that, let's see, I'll probably only be here for a little while. I'll have to get up in 5 hours. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah. Well, thank you for being here. I'm not going to be too long anyways. I've got all the lights out and the power's off. My laptop is on battery right now. I'm kind of participating in this, cinch your power, and it just tells me on certain days, okay, let's do it now. And it's like, okay, anything to save a little bit of money. So I'm not going to be here super long anyways. So back to what I was saying. Here's the thing. What really helps when people are learning tarot, or even if you already know tarot a little bit, you're not a brand new wet behind the ears beginner. Um, it's all about your energy. It's all about your mindset. And a lot of times when we're playing with our cards, we instantly get into that niggling mind. Pay attention to those thoughts that you're thinking, or that little devil on your shoulder that's telling you, yeah, but you don't really know what you're doing. You're probably going to pull a card and it's going to be like, I don't know what this means. So we already are kind of bad mouthing ourselves, and that's shifting our energy. Anyone else done that? I've done it. Sometimes I still do it if I feel my energy is off. The key is to notice it, because then you can do something about it. It's when you don't notice it, and then that's when the card reading goes crappy, or you don't understand what you're saying. You get into that focused of, I don't know. And the moment you do that, you've kind of shut down some of your intuition. If you think of yourself, your intuition, say like a cord plugged into the wall of the universe. A straight cord is definitely going to have a clearer signal. Okay, here's a better one. A hose, a water hose. You know who's done this when you were a kid. Probably dating myself here, but the hose is out in the backyard. You want to take a slurp of it. So you kink the hose to turn it off briefly so you can set it up so you can then unkink it and then take a slurp of water. Well, notice when you kink that, it's stopping the flow. Well, that's same with those thoughts that we have. I don't think I can do this, or I don't know what this means, or whatever comes up. Those negative thoughts are putting a kink in your hose that is otherwise clear for the universe to give you the messages you're meant to hear. Another thing that kinks the hose is comparing yourself to someone else. I used to do it all the time. Oh, look at them. They flow. They know what they're saying. I didn't come up with that message. Well, we all come up with something different. That's the whole point. That's what I love being here with you guys on Thursdays at Tarot After Dark, is people get different things that come up, right? That's how the message comes through. Deb gets it. Yeah. I pulled you a card and it was a mutual love friendship. So you are an awesome teacher and friend. Yay. Thank you. Thank you for pulling a card for me. I appreciate it. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I love your little Rottweiler there. He's so cute. One of Elliot's best friends is a Rottweiler named Bentley. He's so cute. He's huge. But what it turns out to be is that our intuition is just clamped shut, and we have the power to unclamp it. And it just takes practice and play every day. Pull one card. So you're busy. Pull one card and just contemplate on it. So I pulled the Queen of Pentacles. Put down in the chat, what's the first thing that pops into your mind about this Queen of Pentacles card? It's like a flashcard. Okay. Oh, her name's Apollo. 54 kilograms. Holy moly. Not a lap dog, but probably thinks she is. So yeah, what do you get? Okay. Trish got meditating. I love that. See, she's got her eyes closed. She's chilled. She's relaxed. Love it. Nurturing. I love that too. Self-sustaining. Oh, I love that. The branches are growing. Yes, the branches on the top of her head. You know, it's like she's got a cap on her head, but it's not impeding anything. It's allowing the nurturing to happen. According to him. Oh, his name's Paul. Sorry, what did I say? Her? I don't know. Content. Beautiful. Look at all these words. I see you. Yeah. Yeah. So all of the above. Everybody has their interpretation. So the word you chose, there is a message for you in there. So that's something that you can embody, or it's a confirmation of what you're doing, or it's saying maybe you need to do more of that, more nurturing, more branching out and growing, more meditation, more believing and trusting that you're self-sustaining and you're doing everything you need to do. Like, it's a great message. And if you just start the day by pulling a card, even if you pull one and you're like, I don't know what that means, that's how I started. And it's like the first thing I used to do, and I recommend not to do, is put it back in the deck, because my guides got smart. I would shuffle again, and guess which card would come popping back out? Anyone else have that happen? So it's like, okay, I'll leave it here. I'll look at it. I'll kind of journal on it and see what I get. What worked for me, and I'm very empathic, and I think I do attract a lot of empaths, so you're probably empathic as well, is I would see how the card made me feel. And that would be my first clue. And I would jot that down and then really look at the picture and see what was drawing me in, like all of you were just talking about. And then maybe zooming back a little bit on the picture, and what do you see there? You see, different colors. What's drawing your eye? What color draws your eye first? This is why it's good when you're starting or practicing or intermediating to have a deck that you resonate with, that has some color and images to it, not something that's too plain, which is why it was hard for me to start with the Rider-Waite deck, because I didn't resonate with the imagery. But I found that once I found the decks I liked, like the Angel Tarot by Radley Valentine, I like that because he's got a little blurb underneath it that's kind of a hint. So I like that more than the actual decks that had the training wheels that had all the blurbs on it, because I could block out at the bottom as I tried to progress and learn. But the ones that have all the blurbs of hints and notes all over it, it's hard to not look at that, right? So let's see, Justin said, I feel it was a rainy day, the way the trees are back grown. Okay, that's interesting. And everyone has their own take on that. A rainy day could be, oh, what a miserable rainy day. Or it could be, oh, finally a rainy day. Like, how else does the greenery grow without the rain? And one day you'll pull it and you'll be like, oh, the rain. And the next day you pull it, or whenever the next time you pull it, you'd be like, oh, that feels, I can smell the petrichor. When you smell that first rain hit the dirt, and it has that certain scent to it. I dropped one the other day and then pulled it from a shuffle. I love when that happens. I still get super excited when that happens to me. And I think my guides are up there. Oh, she's not bored with us yet. Trish, I like my Wilderness Spirit deck. It's like the Light Seer, but an First Nation vibe. That sounds so cool. I would love that. I resonate with that energy a lot. That might be on my list. Hey, Jamie, you did make it. Good to see you. Warm your deck up. So I think that's all I wanted to talk about our intuition and stuff. Let me wet my whistle. So I want to start with an oracle deck. So if you have an oracle deck with you, let's pull an oracle card. This is kind of like setting the tone for the week. We think a week starts on a Sunday or Monday, but hey, this is Tarot After Dark. It's a Thursday. Unless you're on the other end of the world, it might be early Friday. So if it is, TGIF. I started to use the Everyday Witch deck. Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it's what you feel comfortable with and get familiar with. And I do recommend that when you this was me at least, when I would start getting a little bored, not bored, but that's the only word I can come up with. That's when I went and bought another deck, because it was like, I want to see if what I've been learning I can translate to another deck. Which I will also say that the Rider-Waite deck, we'll pull that in a second. It popped out. The Rider-Waite deck is great because a lot of the decks are based on the traditional Rider-Waite Smith version. I know there's Golden Dawn as well. It's a little different. I focus mostly on the Rider-Waite Smith for now. I'm not saying that's written in stone, and if it is, I can grind that stone and change it if I want to. Oh, it's 11:14 in Japan. So in the morning then. You're not in Japan right now, are you? Is your son? Are you there? That would be cool if you're there. You'll have to keep us posted, Trish. All right. So the card that came out is you are there. Yay. And you're still here? Oh, no, no, my son is. Because you said you were going to go visit. You meant yes to the 11 a.m. I got all excited. These one-way, two-way conversations. All right, so my light's here, tarot. I can't see it. Ooh, bling, bling. Old school. Hello. It says answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? And it's interesting because Trish was talking about Native and Aboriginal. To me, she has that energy about her. And this is something you can ask yourself every day. What is your soul calling you to do today? I mean, clearly we still have our responsibles. We got to do the things we need to do. But at the same time, you've got to find something that feeds your soul, right? And that's the theme for now. So you can choose to pull an oracle, or you can start pulling a tarot card to go along with that, and just pulling it for yourself or for the collective here. And just let me know in the comments what it is. So let's see, what else do we need to know? Actually, the more I look at it, she looks like she's African. But initially, what I saw was Native. So I'm thinking like Aboriginal, wherever, right? I got Imrama. Where are you being called to journey to? Oh, that goes so good with that. Answer the call. Where are you going to go? It's perfect. Okay. We got the 6 of Pentacles. This is the one in the previous Lightseer Tarot deck that Tarot Pup tore up, and I had to buy a whole new deck. So the other one is all duct taped. It seems kind of funny. Reciprocity. That's what I pick up with the 6 of Pentacles. So what feeds your soul is something that I mentioned before. And this is the give and the take. And we all want to be generous, figuring that being generous means we have to give. But be generous by allowing others to give to you. Allow yourself to receive. Notice how you respond when somebody, for example, pays for something for you. Awkward, right? Now I have to owe them back. Well, no, just lean into it. Thank you. I received. Thank you so much. You know, it's how we respond is sometimes so automatic we don't realize we're doing it. But if you are looking to find abundance in your life, notice where you are focused on lack. When someone, I have the extra coin to pay for that. Nobody does that anymore because everyone pays with plastic. But in those days, on the counter, it would say, have a penny, leave a penny, if you needed an extra little bit, right? Oh, I have a story for you. So I don't know if I shared this on Tuesday or not. I might have shared it already on Tuesday. Never mind. I'm not going to share it with you because I think I did. It's a little message about my sister. Anyways, I got to scroll up here. Oh, for the collective, the 4 of Swords. Interesting. What's your take on that? I get take time out and relax. I love that. That's a good one. That's a good one for that card. Something to think about. Spirit Junkie. I seek out happy people who inspire me to be great. Oh, I love it. I love Spirit Junkie deck. And for tarot, you got the Seven of Swords. Perfect. Perfect, because the Seven of Swords is sneaking away, taking the weapons away, taking those negative thoughts and beliefs away so that there's only happy people left. When realistically, the people that come out of their tents are going to be like, where'd all our weapons go? And they won't be too happy about it. But I always got to put a different spin on it, right? So let's pull some more. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. That is interesting, Jamie. Seven of Swords. And with this one here, because it looks different than the Rider-Waite version, is he's on top of a plateau there, and he has the higher ground. So he can he has the advantage, and he can look over and see what's going on. So this enables him to be forewarned about what's happening. So he has that opportunity to spring into action or to run away or whatever he needs to do. Eight of Cups. Tell me more. Tell me more about that Eight of Cups. I like your insight. Sometimes I see that one as he's not satisfied and he's looking to complete the set. And other times it's like everything is perfect the way it is, and now he's ready to up level and he's turned away to move on. That's what I pick up with that. But I love your insight. Not from Japan. She's looking toward the sunrise or sunset, and there's birds flying around. Yeah. I always see that as just seeking more. And there's nothing wrong with seeking more. You know, people think, oh, you should be satisfied with what you have. It's not saying you're not satisfied with what you have to want more. The thing is to remember that. So we have the Five of Swords. We got lots of, I'm keeping the cards out this time so I can kind of keep track of what is what. And now we have the Five of Swords. This can sometimes be seen as a hollow victory. You know, this guy down here, he's all happy. And this guy up front, he's like, this didn't work out the way I wanted it to. I got a headache. So it's up to you to let yourself either be spoken to, someone beacon in your ear, telling you things that are wrong, or you can be the one who's just moving on and saying, hey, it is what it is. I learned a lesson from it. Chalk it up. I'll never let that happen again, and just move on. Looks like Homer's. Dope. Yeah, definite. Big dope. And two more flipped out below it. Finally, some major arcana. Oh, you got the Eight of Pentacles. Awesome. So we had Trish with the Eight of Cups. You've got the Eight of Pentacles. To me, that can be seen as perfecting what you're doing, or really, really leaning into doing the work you're doing. And then the Magician, which I feel is trusting your power, trusting that you're in flow with it. Remember, I talked about the kink in the hose, or being the water hose and allowing the energy to flow. That's what the Magician does. And in the traditional Rider-Waite deck, he's got all the suits, all of the items. He's got the wand and the cups and the sword and the pentacles. So he has everything he needs when he needs it. Doesn't mean he needs to use it all at the same time, but he has it available to him, and he's willing to use it and make that part of his magic. And the Emperor. So the Emperor, obviously on this one, we've got the little bishop which to me is, it's a chess piece. So I always see it as strategy and being strategic about something. What's Trish say here? Coming into the zone of something. Interesting. I like that. And with the Emperor here, we also have the horns. So it's a card of Aries. We've got Mars. So this is really showing you the astrological energy of this card, the Emperor. So he is willing to do what it takes to stay in principle of what he's doing. So they're all lined up. We've got lots of cards flipping up here. Oh, my mouse is randomly clicking on things. So let's see what else is coming. Is anyone resonating with this message? I sure am. It's kind of all over the map a little bit, but I also think that as a collective, bits and pieces are going to whoever needs to hear it the most. And that's how it goes sometimes. Okay. And I would just shuffle until we don't shuffle no more. So we get another 8. We're going to have a 4-pack of 8s if we keep going. Now I have the 8 of Wands. And I love it with this deck because it's showing you that, you strike a match and you hold it near the heads of other matches. What's going to happen? They're all going to light. So this to me is the sign of doing something so it creates that ripple effect and enables you to really see that things are heating up. Things are working out the way that they're meant to. Magician and the Emperor, male energy. Yes, good point. Male energy for sure, for sure. Sometimes I see the Magician as female energy, though, especially in this deck, because it kind of looks like he could be, but yeah, definitely with the traditional for sure. The union of energies, yeah. 8 of Wands, yeah. 8 of Wands, spark it up. Yeah, sometimes we need that energy. So another thing you can do, like I said, pull a card every day. You don't have to just randomly pull. Maybe you flip through your deck and you stop until when a card kind of draws your attention, or you're like, yeah, this one. You don't have to just be so random about it, right? For beauty, pulled the 4 of Wands and the Fairy Lights Tarot. This deck doesn't really read like Rider-Waite-Smith to me. It's someone dressed as a seagull taking an egg. The little white book says, don't take credit for others' work. Oh, that's definitely a different take on the 4 of Wands. Usually the 4 of Wands is about celebration and things like that. That's interesting. That might be more like Golden Dawn or something. Who knows? But I like it. I mean, we're not into just it has to be the traditional meaning. I'm never like that. Never. A lot of times it does seem similar, but at the same time, you got to go with what's what. So that's pretty blatant, right? You almost didn't need the little white book for that. When you see someone like a seagull taking someone else's egg, yeah, it's like, what the heck are you doing? That's not yours. That doesn't belong to you. How interesting. I love it. Deb's got the 9 of Wands, feeling stuck, tired, or broken. I'm blanking for a minute on the regular Rider-Waite deck. 9 of Wands. Oh, yes. Wow, I had a brain blip right there. Yeah, it's like you definitely have been through the mill, right? You've done the journey, and it can feel like you're stuck, tired for sure. But 9s are also the number of nearing completion. So even if you feel stuck, tired, or broken, I'm not saying you do, that's what the interpretation is. The 9 is saying, yeah, but it's almost done. Don't give up. Don't give up before the dream. is to reveal you're this close. That's what I see when I get that. Oh, we got another 9. 9 of Swords. Feeling stressed, regrets. Yeah. Sleepless nights. Letting all of those negative thoughts and beliefs get the best of us. Who hasn't done that? Put your hand up if you've never done that. Nobody puts their hand up. All right. I want to pull another Work Your Light card. I feel like we need some other card in here. Other energy. Where can we go from here? Interesting. Starseed. What lights you up? It's very similar to what's your soul calling you to do. They look almost identical. Can you see? Almost identical. How interesting is that? So this really is, to me, it's speaking to me. And, you know, for anyone else who it relates to. My nose is itchy. Sorry. You need to take time, because these aren't questions you just ask and someone knows the answer right away. These are questions you ask that really need some time for you to contemplate. You think you know, hey, what lights you up? Oh, blah, blah, blah. But it goes deeper than that, because it's not just what lights you up and makes you happy for a minute. It's what lights your soul up. And you might not really know. On the surface, you might know, but if you go deeper, and I think that's where that Four of Wands, not Four of Wands, the Nine of Wands, speak Lorraine, the Nine of Swords that's a good way to flip the script on the Nine of Swords. So you start thinking about what you do want instead of what fears you have, because sure as shit, it's in the middle of the night, you wake up, and that's when all the things you worry about come to the surface. It's like, oh, she's vulnerable here. Let's just send all this negative stuff. So when you recognize that that's happening, turn it around and what lights my soul up? What have I done? What am I grateful for? I think that is a powerful way to alleviate that darkness. I just read that it could be superficial achievement, and that ties with the Rider-Waite. Yeah, I love that interpretation. The other one though, because sometimes it's not all pretty and lands in a bow. It also depends on the cards that are around it. If we do spreads and stuff, right? Deb's got strength, cool. Trish got an Oracle Priestess. How are you being called up to step up and lead? Like, holy cow. Okay, what's your soul calling you to do? What lights you up? Like these are soul tugging questions that Spirit has given us tonight. Big time. And strength, well, strength is all about, how do you have the strength, but the delicateness to not be over the top with it. I'm really drawn to in the regular Rider-Waite deck too, how gentle she is holding his mouth, the lion's mouth. She's not yanking it open. She's being very careful and, gingerly working with his energy. So very interesting. Lots of things to contemplate. And does anyone have a specific question that you would like answered, and we could collectively give you a message from Spirit? So many great so many great messages. I agree. Everyone, take a second to hit that like button. I got to put my plug in there. Excuse me. So I don't know if you know this or not, but there's also I can get hypes on my videos now that I'm up leveled a little bit there. And I've been trying to figure out how to do it and getting friends to help me out. I think it's after you've liked a video, and I don't know if you can do it on a live though, But after you like a video it's only for mobile, I think. You can swipe to see where the comments are, and it would sometimes give you, do you want to hype this video? I think you get 3 hypes a week that you can hype anyone's video that you like, and it's for helping creators who are smaller than 500,000 subscribers to kind of get boosted a little bit for YouTube to notice us. Hello, we're here. Horton, here's a who. We're here. So anyways, enough about that. No questions? No one has any specific questions, or anyone want a message or insight? I'm hearing crickets. The tinnitus in my ears is just cranking up the volume. Am I in an outage? No, I'm participating in this thing with BC Hydro. They call it, God, I can't remember the name of it, but they do this like once a month or something. It's like turn your lights down, save power, and they'll give you a couple bucks off your bill if you can reduce your power by like 20% or something. So that's all. But I treat it like the power does go out here. So I've got candles on, I've got some, little ambient light. And my computer actually sucks a lot of juice, so I'm on battery with it right now. I can plug it in if I have to, because I don't want to lose you guys. But yeah, that's all. Okay, there we go. Yeah, 3 hypes a week. Like and watch older videos. Comment. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's a video that has to be within 7 days of it being posted for you to be able to hype it. Hey, thank you. Thank you. I used to be light that you could lift me up. Now I'm just short. I've been baking bread lately. I don't know if I mentioned that. Like, I don't know if anyone follows my Facebook, but I learned how to bake bread last week. I think the last time I baked bread was in home ec. It's like 40 plus years ago. Crazy. But super, super easy. You don't have to knead it. It was only 4 ingredients, and didn't have to let it proof overnight. Yeah, and I'm perfecting it. But it's dangerous. It's dangerous because it's friggin' delicious. Which century? What do you mean, which century? I guess the last century. Oh, you're funny. Can I ask what the energy surrounding the Knight of Swords that keeps coming up for me is about? All right. Okay, I'm leaving those cards out. I'm just going to go with it here. So you've been getting the Knight of Swords a lot. So are you asking questions or doing spreads, or are you just kind of randomly pulling cards and that's one of the ones that comes up? I'm just curious. It could be somebody. Before I even pull anything, it could be a person in your life or someone you who used to be in your life. Let's pull some cards and see. I got the 3 of Pentacles. So it feels like someone you used to be connected with. Maybe it's someone you used to work with. And they liked you or you liked them, but nothing ever came of it. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. It started coming up with ancestor work about a couple years ago, and it comes up all the time now. Oh, okay. So it could be ancestor energy. It feels like someone who is part of your community at some point. So whether it's this lifetime or our previous life, somebody coming into your life that you've been thinking about or is thinking about you. Pull a card on that. See? There. Knight of Cups. Yeah. Yeah. And I know mine was the Knight of... Did I pop it back in the deck? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just... Yeah. But it just made me think, because to me, the sword is about your thoughts and stuff like that. So it's I just trusted what came to my mind. And then you get the Knight of Cups, Trish. Deb's got the star. Okay. Yeah, it feels like it's leading you somewhere. That's what I get from Deb's card pull. It's leading you somewhere for sure. Someone that you knew. I did have a friend at work that passed away. I'm sorry to hear that. We were never romantically involved. I'm happily married. We were good friends. I thought it was him. You just confirmed it. Well, there you go. I mean, and sometimes, like when I had said someone you like it might not have been romantic anyways. It could have been someone you were just really close to, someone that you loved, that you considered, a type of soulmate. Not all soulmates are romantic. Right? Interesting. These are court cards. So someone who meant something to you. Yeah, that's why I instantly picked up on that. You know exactly who it is now. Awesome. Platonic relationships can be powerful. Yes, sometimes more so because you don't have all those romantic hang-ups that get in the way. All right, so I want to pull another card and just say, what else does she need to know about this? I'm getting that he's one of your guides now. He wants to help you spiritually. And a card flipped over. I got the 4 of Cups. I'm picking up is he's kind of bored where he is now, and he really wants to connect with you. So tune into his energy a little bit more and speak to him and notice and say, show me signs so I know it's you. And there'll be some kind of talisman that you'll know it's him when he's talking to you, whether it's a thing or an animal or a feeling or a color or I don't know what, you will definitely know when it comes up. You'll know. Thanks, guys. I thought of them, but I kept second guessing myself. Yeah, and we do that. And it's great because now you have better conviction on knowing and trusting that is what it is. Yes. Excellent. Okay, I'm going to pop these cards back in the deck. Anyone else have another question to ask? My laptop is slowly sucking away the energy. I don't know. Lately, it's been that hydro thing. It's been doing it on Thursdays. It's like, why Thursdays? But I think it tracks how much electricity I use. Maybe I use more on Thursdays. So I don't know. Who knows? Anyways, back to you, Beauty Paint. I'm sorry for your loss, but that's very beautiful that you've been able to connect like that. And I got 2 cards, 4 of Pentacles and the 5 of Wands. And to me, this is just you were kind of competing with yourself and not really trusting your own confidence level. So I hope this has shown you that you can trust it more. And the more you trust it without having proof, even if you're wrong, you're building a muscle. And the more you trust it without having proof, the more you'll be able to trust it, the more it will be strengthened, the more confident you get. The 4 of Pentacles, along with this message, I'm just getting that you're building a foundation. You're trusting it. So it's something you can trust in your body, in your physical body. Pentacles isn't just about money and coins. It's our physical world around us. It's our body. It relates to the energy of Earth. So the more you trust that and that connection you have, the more it's going to expand in other areas of your life. And that confidence is just going to expand and grow too, which is great. 4 of Pentacles is about security this time. Yeah, that's a good take on it as well. And see, it's different for everybody depending on their mindset and what the question and stuff is. So, for sure. All right. If no one else has any other questions, I think we're going to call this a wrap. Thank you, everyone, so much for being here. And I hope I see you next Thursday or next Tuesday. We go for our usual Tarot Tuesday. It is getting a lot lighter out, too. So we're still got to see if I'm going to change the time or just call it something else. We'll see. See you later, Gator. Thanks for being here, everybody. Appreciate you. Thanks for your messages. And we'll see you next time. Peace out.